Real Source is brought to you by the Storybox Theater Workshop, a traveling theater based on urban art, technique, and entertainment. The Real Source. Give us your time and we'll give you the world.
Get on down and party.
He was amongst the first American musicians to apply elements of Jamaican dub production to disco and dance music, using dub as a dislocating device preventing disco's simple groove from developing under the dancer's feet. His mixes focused more on percussion than melody and stretched out the groove so much that they teetered on the edge of motionlessness. He is the first to beat juggle between two copies of the same record. He was known as the DJ's DJ. Today we pay tribute to Brooklyn native Walter Gibbons. He had walked out on some of his biggest gigs after he discovered his sets were being secretly recorded and sold on the black market. He challenged the industry with his personal beliefs. He formulated the poles of his own taste with the shriek of James Brown and the sweetness of Motown. And Walter loved the raw drum-crazed funk most DJs at the time had shunned. He had supplied unknown breaks and teased them into extended orgies of thunderous bass and tribal bongos. Walter reveled. He didn't make dance records, but made records you can dance to. He wasn't always structuring his mixes with the DJ in mind. He began his mixes at the break, just flat, like a quick cut. Then when the break ended, he played the break again, and then again, and again, like 5-6 times, so the place was going absolutely insane. And when it came out of the break and go into the vocal, he'd mix it back into the beginning of the song. Then when the break came, he'd do it again. Or he'd just turn off the amplifiers that were for the bass. Or he would turn off the amplifiers that were powering the tweeters or the mid-range. And they would all go off perfectly. You'd only hear the highs. Then he'd turn on some of the amps and the vocals would come in. Then he'd turn on the rest, and the bass and the rest of the track came in. Walter was doing what hip-hop DJs did 5-6 years later, but doing it with disco songs. He challenged the industry with his personal beliefs. With the zeal of his Christianity, paid the price and fell into obscurity. Until his creativity rebounded and at the very moment his health began to slow down as well and painfully decline. He died alone, blind and penniless, while his peers and followers became famous. It's a pretty sad New York story, but let us not forget that when Mr. Walt Gibbons was here, he shared his talent and his love for music. And most importantly, before he went, he made sure to spread his wings. And when given this song, originally with an electro boogie sound, Walter had changed the entire sound of the song, influencing generations to come with one of the greatest and music anthems of all time and creating the very soul of house music. Well, Mr. Gibbons, here at The Real Source, we thank you and we salute you. Until next time, I'm your host, Mr. JC. Thank you for tuning in.